Hello, welcome back. We're talking about something that I keep on saying. Like, I keep on telling you this, so I think you have probably managed to store that somewhere in your brain by now. We're talking about repetition. How many times have I told you that you need to listen to the same thing many times to remember it? I've told you that before because I believe that. Now listen to this. Think about babies learning to speak, yeah? They have no idea how to put a sentence together. What does that mean? Put together is to form a sentence. They have no idea how to put a sentence together. So what do, adults? We keep on talking to them and we keep on telling them the same things. Are you hungry? Yeah, I'm hungry. Are you hungry? We keep on doing that, don't we? We sound crazy when we do it, like when there is no kid around, but we do it to babies and little children, to toddlers. And we all know that what tends to happen is the tendency is that they hear the same thing so many times that they begin to say it. They begin to say this, so they will look at you one day and they'll be like, hungry, hungry. And you're like, hungry! You said hungry! That's amazing! Yeah, that's it. So we are celebrating something that babies do, because we think it's fantastic that this child, this baby, this human being that literally spoke no language at all is now learning to speak a language. We celebrate that, but we never stop and consider the fact that as adults, we need to celebrate the fact that we are able to say a sentence in another language. And this only happens because of repetition. We don't have a grown-up, another grown-up. A grown-up is an adult. We don't have another grown-up talking to us like this. Are you hungry? We don't have that. Thank God. But if we are in contact with English and we keep on listening and listening and listening, chances are, if you're really listening, you will start to repeat. Now listen to what I'm going to say now. What I mean by if you're really listening is, how important is this communication to you? How important is really speaking English to you? Because a baby, and you must consider this, you must pay attention to this point, a baby does not speak. And a baby realizes that sometimes it's hard to make themselves understood. What does that mean? It's hard for grown-ups to understand what they want. They keep on crying and crying, and the grown-ups think, oh, the baby's hungry. The baby continues to cry. Oh, no, maybe the baby's tired. The baby continues to cry. Oh, maybe the baby has a dirty nappy. So there is a point when toddlers become toddlers, when they begin to walk, when they are like 12 months old, they begin to walk, and they realize that there must be a more effective way to communicate. So speaking becomes something necessary to them. So if you notice how babies that cry a lot and parents that try everything to please the baby, normally these babies speak at a later stage. This means they take longer to start speaking because they know they can make the parents get whatever they need without speaking. They just cry and the parents will find a way to solve the problem. However, babies that have parents and people who are responsible for them forcing them to speak, they understand that actually I really need to do this to be able to get what I need. So there is urgency, there is need, there is something making them speak. And with us, sometimes we don't see English as something so important. And if that's the case for you, this could be something stopping you from really listening and from really learning. So it's important to make this a priority and to understand that effective communication is extremely important. If you are Brazilian, you will understand what I mean now. And I'm sorry if you're not, okay? But I thought about this sentence because I am Brazilian. I thought about this sentence and I thought, wow, that is so interesting. And that is exactly what I want to talk about in my video. You know the sentence that we say in Portuguese, não tenho a mínima ideia? When you think about this sentence and you try to translate, it just means I have no idea. But in Portuguese we say, não tenho a mínima ideia. And we never stop, really. I'm sure you've never really considered this sentence until now. We just repeat it. We just repeat it and repeat it and repeat it. I'm from São Paulo. In São Paulo, we say that all the time. And we just keep repeating this without giving it a second thought, which means without even thinking about this. It's purely repetition from being in contact with the language so much. So why should that not happen in English? It should happen in English too, which is why you need to be exposed to English as much as you possibly can. You hear it so much, there is so much repetition of the same sentence that you store it. It's there and there is no way you can get rid of it. It's like listening to a song that you don't like and next thing you know, you're singing that song. You're like, I hate this song. Yeah, but you were listening to it so many times and your brain is like, okay, got it, bring me one more. So repetition is essentially what makes you speak better. And I'm going to give you another example. I'm from São Paulo, as you know, and I live in the south of Brazil nowadays. And here in the south of Brazil, in Rio Grande do Sul specifically, where I live, they say ba all the time, yeah? And when I met my husband, he's from here, I was always like, I'm never going to say that because I'm from São Paulo and we don't say that. I'm never going to say that. Next thing I know, I'm saying that because I hear it so much. It's almost impossible for you not to repeat it. Do you see? That is why listening with a purpose, with intention, makes you repeat things. You know, I'm saying that because in your first language, you are generally listening with a purpose, with intention, because you are relaxed. But in English, sometimes you're so tense that you're not really listening. And that stops you from, you know, getting that information and storing that and thus repeating it. I hope this video has been helpful. Let me know in the comments down below. And please remember, there is no difference between you and a child learning to speak. The only difference is that it takes longer for you because you're not a child, but the process should be the same. It is about listening, storing, retrieving information. Where is that information? Let me try and retrieve that and get that so I can use it in my speaking. But all this process happens naturally, which is the beauty of learning English in a natural way. Thank you for being here and I'll see you next time, that's for sure. Bye.